Hello, and welcome to another episode of Improvised Incoherence, the show where I practice composing complex thoughts into verbal answers. In this episode, I'm going to be answering another question that I was given on Facebook, and that is, what inspires you? I gather inspiration from many different things. But there are two things in particular that have been a common theme throughout my work for the past decade or so. The first is my friend Sophia. I think some of the weirdest and funniest videos I've ever made. Pocky Monsters, Why I'm Emo, Kind-Hearted Prostitute. She's either been a part of creating the script, or they were inspired by something that she said. Some of the content of my speech therapy videos has also included things that I've talked about with her when I watch these weird CGI movies with her. The entire idea for the philosophy of ants, for example, was inspired by a conversation that I had with her about how weird it was that Chip and Muffy had to die. It's not just the funny stuff that I do that she inspires. She's also found her way into my more serious work as well. I think all of the books and stories that I've written since high school have all either taken ideas from her, or the characters have aspects of her personality in them. When we walked to her house from school, she would often rant to me about the apocalypse, or robots, or nanobots, or magic, or science fiction, so a lot of those have found their way into my writing. My second major source of inspiration is the idea that I could reveal something about the world to somebody viewing my work that they didn't know or they couldn't see before. My videos and writings on CGI movies aren't just about talking about weird CGI movies that nobody talks about. I think part of my goal is giving my viewers the tools to evaluate movies and stories themselves. So when they watch a film, they can figure out, why does this movie make me feel the way that I feel about it? What is this movie's message? What is it telling me about the world? Is it a good message, or is it morally reprehensible? One of the major themes in most of my novels deals with characters who have to figure out something about the world, or society, or themselves, in order to solve the book's main problem. The characters either reject this knowledge so they can't see it, or they don't know this knowledge exists, and once they figure out what they need to understand about the world, how do they deal with this new knowledge? How do they integrate it into their view of the world? How does it change who they are? And of course, there's a bunch of fantasy and science fiction and ghosts and demons and aliens and all that crap, but the idea of needing to understand something about the world in order to move on is the central theme of most of my books. Those are the two major things that inspire me. I hope you found that interesting. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe, and tell me what else you want me to talk about. Or tell me what inspires you. Does discovering the truth fill you with inspiration? Talk at you whenever the next video is. Bye.